All right, and welcome back. So in my last video on compound interest, which I'm posting on top right now, boop, I ended saying that I wanted to propose an experiment, but I ran out of time because I only have 15 minutes to record. So in this video, I want to show you what the experiment is and see which setting is going to be better. So in this experiment, it's asking, would you rather have 12% yearly interest earned compounded annually, so once a year, or monthly, 12 times a year? So again, I'm just going to write annually is once and monthly is 12 times. Well, let's set up our formulas and see if we can notice some differences here. So again, generally, the bank account Y is going to be equal to our principal amount P times 1 plus our interest rate as a decimal divided by the number of times it's getting compounded per year raised to that times the amount of years. Okay, let's say that we have, let's just establish a few things. Let's say let's say our principal amount is $10,000 and the time is going to be 5 years. Do you think it would be better to compound it annually, or do you think it would be better to compound it monthly? Take a second, take a guess, and let's proceed through together. So let's fill out our formulas. So over in the annually section, it's going to be Y is equal to principal amount, which is, let me fill it in, is actually 10,000 times 1 plus our rate of 12% written as a decimal, so 0.12, over the number of times is going to be compounded. Again, annually means once, so it'll be over 1, raised to the 1 times how many years? 5 power. Over on the monthly side, it'll be Y is equal to our starting amount, 10,000, times 1 plus our rate, which is 0.12. Again, it's 12% written as a decimal. Over the number of times it's occurring, monthly means 12 times, raised to the 12 times 5 because it's occurring 5 years. Let's see if we can compare some things here. Over in the annually side, 1 plus 0.12 over 1, we're going to simplify that down to 1. I don't want that color. To 1.12. Over on the monthly side, we're going to be simplifying down to 1.01. So we have a smaller value inside our parentheses here in the monthly side. But if you notice, the exponent in annually is going to be smaller than it is for the monthly, because remember, 12 times a year, so that's 12 times 5 is 60. So what do you think is going to yield the bigger amount? Do you think now it's going to be annually, or do you think it's going to be monthly? Remember, the only thing changing is the amount of times it's compounded per year. Is it annually or is it monthly? Well, again, it looks like our value inside the parenthesis is 1.12 compared to 1.01. So we have a bigger value getting repeatedly multiplied over on the annually side compared to the monthly side. But then within our exponent and the number of times that value is getting repeated, on the annually side is 5 times compared to the monthly side is 60 times. So it's 12 times the amount of how many times we're doing it for the annually. So we're starting to see something. Is it more important to have a bigger number getting repeated, or is it more important to have a bigger repeating of a value, right? So let's take out our calculators and let's see what we get. Let's do annually. 10,000, parenthesis, 1.12, close parenthesis, raised or caret 5. What do we get? We get 17,000. Let's rewrite that. Make it neat. $17,623.42. Okay, let's look at monthly. Let's try it again. 10,000, parenthesis, 1.01, caret 60. What do we get? We get 18,166.97. So was it more important to have a higher rate inside the parenthesis, or was it more important to have a more frequent compound? In this case, it turned out that we wanted to have that more frequent compound in our monthly compound. Although we did have a smaller factor that we're repeating with multiplication, because this is an exponential function, we had more times or more repetition of that factor getting multiplied. And in this scenario, it's much better to have it monthly compounded than it is to have it annually compounded. So that was our experiment. And if you ever have the choice to gain money, you want to have that yearly interest compounded monthly compared to annually. But here's a little thing. If you ever need to pay something back, or if you owe money and it's getting compounded, you want to see if you can get it yearly. Because as you can tell, in that annually section, we had a lower sum. So you want to pay off a lower sum compared to a higher sum. So when you want to earn money, you want it monthly. When you need to pay back money, you want it annually. Thanks for checking in, folks. Have a great day. Proud of you.